Yeah,
Bakery boys.
diabolical. Boom, 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 boom. Skate slow, homie. Skate slow, homie. Let me tell y'all niggas something quick. Listen.
I love guns.
Never know, homie.
I love guns. I love to shoot them. I've been shooting them since I was like 7, 8 years old. I've been doing that. The fact that I did them out of wood was just something to do in my spare time. But when it looked good enough, I kind of put it together, you know? You got an old gun store, make the skateboard rack look like a gun rack. So after I made 1 and 2, I just kind of got the idea to just say, fuck it, and just keep on going. So I just made more guns. It's as simple as that. And now what's funny is it's becoming one of the staples of the shop. Because now when people come here, automatically they just go for the wooden guns. They just pull one off and, hey, take this picture. Oh, this is fucking cool. Damn, Brax, what you got? So that's why I put it there, you know. Just more like an indoor decor, you know, like a, you know, fucking decor type thing. Is that the word? Yeah. Yeah, decor. Oh. Damn, lost it. What's going on? My name is Brax.
You never
Welcome
know
to the Armory East.
about these hoes, homie. You need to kick and push and skate slow, homie. Shit, you should already know. I'm an all-city pro. You should come over and kick it, lead them draws at the door. Superstar when I flow. Got that lyrical glow. I'm so fly when I'm speaking. Couldn't reach you on the scope. No, you niggas is jokes like stand-up comedy.
But there's like a whole bunch of Jason Jones.
Well, when I was looking for the shop, right, I looked from everywhere. I started, this is my box. From Front Street to Bainbridge, all the way up to 20th, all the way over to 20th and Fairmount, back down to Front and Fairmount. So that was the little cube. I didn't want to go past Fairmount and past 20th, and at the same time I didn't want to go past Bainbridge. You know, pretty much go out of the range of South Street because it's a lot of foot traffic and shit. So I checked all of these different spots, and I checked the spot down the block, and I looked at it and was like, man, this shit is too clean. You know, I took a walk through. The landlord took me through, and then he said, hey, you know, I got this old building over here too. The fucking gun store, that shit was right up my lane. I just whipped for it. Fuck it. And everything in here was messed up. I mean, when I say jacked up, the store had been open in 45 years. So when I got in here, it was dead. You know, I'm like, you know, like, if you don't occupy space for a while, it dies. The cobwebs come out and it just acquired this old type smell. I got rid of all of that. Did up all the walls and chose a theme to go with. I pretty much had the theme laid out before I even got the store. So it's not like, you know, oh, he's just doing this thing because he has the old gun shop. No. If you've been to my first skateboard shop, that was called Slave Skateboard Shop, it kind of had the same feel, except it wasn't an old gun store. It was, you know, a lot of the same colors. It had the same, you know, had the same vibe in it, you know. So, like, the fact that I ended up with the old gun store was just pure luck. And then, but the plus is, it was, you know, this was Hershey's first candy store too. So if he could do it, I could do it. He failed after a year. Fuck that, I ain't failing. But then he ended up being a millionaire a couple years later. So what's that saying? Hopefully that shit can pass through. Plans for next year. Oh, just kind of plan on just running a good business, man. That's about it, you know. I mean, I don't want to, you know, you asked me about a year. I could tell you where I'll be 5 years from now. And it'll probably be one of 2 skateboard shops in the city because I'm already shutting down one. Yeah. One of them is already on his way out. You'll find out when they close. I ain't gonna say his name. But, yeah, it's just, you know, it's just regular shit, you know. I don't know, I just want my shit to do good, you know. Plan on having a very, very successful shop, you know, kind of get through the first year of business shit and all that. But other than that, everything else, you know, I just kind of plan on just being regular, I don't want nothing crazy. If I'm breaking any records, it'll be not because I wanted to break them, just because it just happened to happen. If I run my shit right, then good things will happen, So as far as the skateboard community in the city is awesome. It's just a bunch of kids, looking for somewhere to skate. They still hype, nothing died down. They might have shut down City Hall, they might have shut down Love or try to do this and that. That's not stopping anything. Skateboarding is still going to remain skateboard. You cannot change that. But as far as these shops go, I've been a part of a couple shops. The one shop, Nocturnal, they've been around for a while. They've been around for a while, so I give it to them for keeping the business up. I was a part of it and made them the most money they ever made in their fucking life. You know what I said? Fuck that, I could do that shit myself. And I ain't got to have no boss, because I ain't got no boss. I want no, taking over. I don't want to take over. I just want to control my section. You know what I'm saying? I want my little, my little section to be that. I don't want to put the other stores out of business, but if I'm doing good, then that shit is going to happen, period. Business is war. I ain't trying to be nice guy with these motherfuckers because I don't give a fuck 5 years. I could do that shit in about 2 years, I like to give it time. I don't want to get too cocky and say, oh, I'm going to take this over and all of that. I'm not talking too much. Well, the pros to having a business is all the connections, you know what I'm saying? You have a business where you, let me see. Shit is throwing me the fuck off this fucking music, man. Alright. The pros of the whole business world is making the connections and being able to satisfy all of your customers, right? The cons is, I wouldn't really say it's any, bad parts about it if you don't, it's all about how you do it, There's really no bad part about it, It's all about hustling, it's nothing bad if you stay on your shit, Everything will constantly revolve, with you in it. I'm not saying revolve around you, but if you operate, if you do your shit right, then you don't have anything to worry about, If you take care of your bills and you do this, then that's the cool part. If you're starting up a business, know exactly what you want. Plan it out. Because what you plan out, by the time you pull that shit together, it ain't gonna be ready, So I started this shit with $10,000, And at the same time, I didn't count that a fucking bucket of paint was gonna cost $65. Or a fucking door to a fucking bathroom is gonna cost $150. No, I didn't plan all of that shit out. But that's the shit that you have to be prepared for, You can say I got X amount to start, but do your research. Once you do your research, it's way easier to distribute money, to place money where it's supposed to be placed. If you're running a business, try to keep it as down to as little partners as you can, because you don't need too many cooks in the kitchen, Business. It depends, I think I don't know, it kind of depends on what kind of, all right, let me see advice, man, measure twice, cut that, but, at the end of the day, I don't let any of the politics, the skateboard politics in the city hurt me, I don't let them affect me in no way. I just create the vibe. I got an awesome following. I got a bunch of kids here that have my back regardless. These kids will give me the sleeves off of their vest. They really care, And at the same time, I can look out for them too, This shop is a real non-clicky environment, So you got punk rock kids standing next to Rasta kids. You got B-boys sitting next to Joe Schmo alternative motherfuckers. Dude, the skateboard world is like an iPod genre. Little section that says genres. And you got the hip hop, blues, and all of this other shit. That's exactly how many breakdowns it is in skateboard.